So Dennis Prager here. I just want to remind you that because I travel so much, sometimes I have to pre-record a fireside chat, and references to Otto will be from a fireside chat when Otto was living. So please understand that is the reason. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Fireside Chat. I'm Dennis Prager. This is Otto. And we have no idea how long Otto will stay, so enjoy him while you can see him. Fireside Chat is a chance for me to talk to you about what's on my mind and hopefully touch your mind and eventually your heart. But I admit that I appeal to the mind because that's a much more likely place to have good be achieved than just by feelings. Feelings are a problem. They are what make us human, and they're also a problem. But that's for another time, and certainly something I have addressed. I have a fun one, but it's very serious aside from just being a fun one. What are my 3 favorite verbs? Now, I am well aware of the fact that most human beings do not walk around at any time and think, gee, what are my 3 favorite verbs? They might, of course, ask about their favorite foods, their favorite friends, their favorite movies, their favorite books. But favorite verbs is not a popular question. But I do think about that. And it's not that I first thought, what are my favorite verbs? It's that gradually I realized that 3 of them were very, very significant to my whole outlook on life. And I suggest them to you as well. By the way, the noises you are hearing, if you're only listening, are coming from Otto. We bribed him with a bone to stay in his bed. So I came to this not by ever asking one day, Dennis, what are your favorite verbs? These words became favorites, and then I realized, wow, there really are 3 words. They're verbs, though one of them, I'll explain, is not only a verb. It doesn't really even have a category in English. But I realized these actually helped shape my life and my outlook to life. And that's the reason I'm bringing them to you. I hope that they shape your outlook in life. I don't have an order of importance. So I'll just begin with 1, earn. Earn is a special term. It means that what you received, you worked for. You earned it. So, for example, in the United States or in any English-speaking country, you would have the question, so how much do you earn in a year? Right? A perfectly normal question. Now, how would you say how much do you earn in a year in a Romance language? French, Spanish, Portuguese as examples. Their word for earn is, I'll use the French gagner, which means to win. Now, there may in fact be a technical term to earn, but it's not used to refer to what we refer to when we say, how much do you earn? And it's very interesting, the mental difference, the psychological difference between earn and win. Win is luck. Earn is hard work. Very big difference, right? We don't say, how much did you earn when you won the lottery? It's how much did you win when you won the lottery? You win a lottery, you earn an income. Not many languages have a commonly used word for the word earn. And I think it helps explain why historically Americans have worked harder because they thought they earned their income. They didn't win it. Okay, so that's number 1. Oh, I might as well say, I think you should earn everything, even love. Have I talked about unconditional love? It's hard for me to believe I haven't. I'm sure I have.
It's a bit of a can of worms every time.
It's a bit of a can of people are really object. I understand that. And I'll just remind everybody that if you look at the Google chart of when words were used, how often, you will note that unconditional love was virtually never used, ever, until the 1960s, and it skyrocketed. So for those of you who believe in it from a religious standpoint, how come religious people didn't use the term unconditional love prior to the 1950s or 60s? By the way, what is wrong about earning love? I believe that every day I want to earn my wife's love. The idea that my wife would have unconditional love for me strikes me as bizarre. You mean no matter how badly I might, God forbid, ever treat her, she's supposed to love me? What does that even mean? Is there unconditional love for a 1-year-old? Yeah, there probably is. Because how can a 1-year-old earn love? It doesn't work. I understand. But beginning at the age of self-consciousness, self-awareness, yes, it's worth earning love as well. Earning money, earning love, earning honor. What bothers us is when people are honored and we don't think they've earned it. That bothers people. That's the irony. I'll tell you one thing that's earned. Oh, no, that's won and not earned to a very large extent is fame, which I have talked about. I won't mention names, but you all can have names, and you'll ask yourself, gee, why are they famous? Did they earn it? No, they won it. Somehow or other, it worked out. They got famous. And what are they famous for? Being famous. So I am a big fan, and you should be too, of the word earn. It is a beautiful concept in love and in money and in every other thing that people aspire to. My next one, this will sound funny when I say it, I am in love with the word like. By the way, this too is very rare. Most languages do not have a word for like. To use a language that I've learned and know other than English, I like in French is il me plaît. I like it is il me plaît. It pleases me. It pleases me is not the same as I like it. Every language, I assume, has a word for love. I love it. I love you. I love my dog, right? But a verb just saying something that seems to be less than love, but is very positive, is like. And let's see, so mnie nравится, the same thing in Russian. It pleases me. Isn't that interesting? Just the way the French would say it. Hebrew would have also a very similar thing. Hebrew does not have a word for like. Why do I love like? Because it's so incredibly important. And here's my most dramatic example. A lot of parents love their kid or kids, but don't like them. And I would argue that if you had to have one or the other, it's better to like your kids than to even love them. Ideally, it's both. Of course, it's great to love them and like them. Incidentally, if you like them, there's a good chance you'll end up loving them. It's hard for me to think of people that I really like a lot, and I would say I don't have any love for them. It's very hard. But believe me, you can have the other. You can love somebody. It could be a spouse. It could be a child. Oh, I love them, but I don't really like them. Like is a terrific word, and never, ever think it's like cheapened love. Oh, no, it's a big deal. And incidentally, it is usually earned. We usually earn the like of another, whereas we got the love sort of automatically. By being born to a person, you are automatically, in most cases, just loved from the outset. So I love like. Now, I would like to remind you that we continue, and I have very important things to say when I take the questions from those of you who send them in. Please now go to pragerU.com for the rest of the Fireside Chat. And the reason we do this, I explain every week. is that we fear, unfortunately, this is a very sad fear, but it's very rational, that it may well happen one day that the plug is pulled by YouTube, owned by Google, and that ends our ability to place the Fireside Chat or any pragerU videos on the social media. Therefore, we're asking people to watch this directly through pragerU.com. So it's very simple. Just go to pragerU.com, click on the Fireside Chat, and the best is to download the pragerU app, and then you have everything you want at your disposal at any time. So we continue.